Edo State Deputy Governor Right Honorable Idahosa don talk say one of the main tori for Okpebholo-led administration na fairness, equity and justice. He talk this one when the International Federation of Female Lawyers Edo State branch wey Princess Francisca Elema be chairperson come pay and courtesy visit for im office for Government House Benin City. The Deputy Governor talk say Okpebholo administration go make sure say all Edo people, especially women and pikins dem, go fit get justice, say the government go always stand for the rights of women and pikins. Honorable Idahosa come also talk say for the challenges wey the association dey get, im go carry the matter go meet im oga Governor Okpebholo.
First, let me thank you for coming to us today in the form of courtesy visit. I welcome you to Government House, and this message will be I will definitely meet with my principal, the Executive Governor of Edo State, and then relay this message to him. And if it is possible to have a copies of your speech so that I will have a proof when I'm talking to him. But let me quickly say a few things. This administration, one of the core mandates of this government is fairness, equity, and justice. The Executive Governor have made it clear in several occasions that this government will have access, every Edo citizens will have access to justice, especially as relates to the rights of women and children. They said the interest of women and children is one of your core mandates. And I want to assure you, as a government, we are going to partner with you to protect the rights of women. And we also listen to some of the challenges. I will also discuss that with my principal, and in no distant time, we will definitely revert back to you. But I'm here to also encourage you in the interim that whatever you are doing to bring peace and stability to our state and to bring justice to those that will not have even the resources to go to court, we appreciate it. And that is why we will not have any choice than to partner with you to make sure that justice is served to all Edo citizens. So I also beg you to look at area of justice reform. You can expand, you work with the Attorney General of the state to look at some of the laws and see how we can do reforms on them. Because, like I rightly said in my initial speech, the rights of women and children is paramount to us. And I want to thank you for this visit. I will be getting back to you in a few days from now. And I want to thank you on behalf of my principal, the Executive Governor of Edo State. We thank you and we will lead you back to your various destinations.
Chairperson of the International Federation of Female Lawyers Edo State branch, Princess Francisca Elema, for her response, talk say they come to find collabo and money support to improve the work with them they do for the outreach, mediation, counseling and humanitarian services. She talk say them go make sure say widows not they suffer and say them not go allow abuse to happen to them, as she also took mouth on top the challenges with them they face.
On behalf of the International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA Nigeria Edo State branch, I wish to thank you for this opportunity given to us to pay you this courtesy visit, despite your tight schedule. The International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA Edo, appreciates the fact that you are supporting His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo's vision for the state. Your Excellency, we are here today to officially introduce to you the International Federation of Women Lawyers Edo State branch, the members and FIDA's activities in the state. Before I go further, sir, let me first give you a little background history of FIDA. In 1944, a group of women in Mexico came together and they established an association and called it Federación Internacional de Abogadas, which in English translates to the International Federation of Women lawyers. The association has expanded over 60 countries around the world. In 1964, the International Federation of Women Lawyers Nigeria branch was established. Presently, we have more than 40 branches in Nigeria. FIDA is a non-governmental, non-political, non-religious, non-profit voluntary association of women lawyers. Our vision: FIDA envisages a just, peaceful, equitable, and egalitarian society where the rights and interests of women and children are guaranteed. Our mission is to promote and preserve the rights and interests of women and children through the use of legal framework to ensure that they live free from all forms of discrimination, violence, and abuse in the society. These rights include their civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights. Our objective is to protect and enhance the welfare and well-being of indigent and vulnerable women and children through counseling, mediation, alternative dispute resolution, legal representation, advocacy, sensitization, trainings, workshops, humanitarian services, etc. But we do not do divorce cases, because one of our objectives is to bring families together and not to tear them apart. We have resolved so many family cases that were originally heading for divorce. Cases where the women will come and complain to us that they are being abused and so many other things. And then we invite the partners, and through mediation and counseling, we are able to resolve the issues, and they are back together. Children's welfare and well-being, we are into that too. Where maybe there are issues surrounding the children's welfare and they are not well being taken care of, we come into the situations and we have resolved so many cases where at the end of the day, the children are given their basic necessities. Widows. Widows who come there with their own cases. An example that has stuck to me, because there are so many, is a widow that came to the office crying for help. That the family of her late husband has started burial activities. But she and her two little children were excluded from the activities. And when the family members of the late husband were invited, the two brothers that came said, yes, they were excluded because they do not believe the children belong to their late brother. FIDA stopped that burial. They told them they had to remove the woman and the children because when the man was alive, he never told anybody that the children do not belong to him. So it is not their duty. They do not have that authority to not say the children do not belong to their brother. So it was when they saw postpone that burial, because they made posters and invites and all. We made sure that the names of the wife and the children were included in the posters, the new posters and everything. And really we were able to carry out that function of ours, and we made sure that the widow and the children participated in the late husband's burial. Cases of defilement. We've handled so many, and we still have so many pending. Police cases. You see our members here, they are powerful women, that when women come to the office and say, yes, they have matters at the police station, but do not believe they will get justice. You see us running up at that. Sometimes we spend hours at the police station making sure that the case is given justice. All of these services we render pro bono, that is free of charge. But we have a challenge. The challenge is merely funding. Your Excellency, sir, funding is our major concern. To enable us carry out our numerous activities and projects, we need funding. We have cases pending in court. And filing fees, all those other things we need to pay. Community sensitization. We go from community to community, which is part of our work, sensitizing the women and children and every other thing. We do trainings and workshops. We do not have functional vehicles. So by the time we want to go to community, we want to go for sensitization. You see us maybe either paying for vehicle or using our vehicle and all that. We have a small space now that has been graciously given to us by the Nigerian Bar Association in their secretariat. Small. We have our land that was given to us years ago by the wonderful governor then, Senator Adams Oshimori. But for the past 8 years, we've been struggling to build it. It's still at the DPC level. Humanitarian services. We go to prisons, we go to hospitals, but by the time you are going to prisons and hospitals, you don't go empty-handed. You have to buy provisions, we have to buy toiletries just to give to them. Sometimes even clients come to the office to go back is a problem. We have to pay for their transportation. Your Excellency, sir, we humbly request that your office collaborate with us by supporting us in any way you can in order to achieve our objectives.
For another story, the National Association of Women Journalists NAWOJ Edo State Chapter, led by Chairperson Adesuwa Ehimwa, also come pay courtesy visit to the Deputy Governor. Chairperson of NAWOJ Edo State Branch Adesuwa Ehimwa talk say dem come to congratulate the Deputy Governor for the victory wey he get for the election and the swearing in. Say God go give am the wisdom to do better and succeed for the office. She talk say NAWOJ dey formed to help practicing women journalists get more recognition. She also talk say dem need support for their upcoming events.
NAWOJ was formed to meet the yearnings and aspirations of practicing women journalists with a view to gaining more recognition for women in the profession that was dominated by men and meeting global trends of enshrining gender parity in all spheres of human endeavors. NAWOJ plays a critical role in ensuring that Nigerian media has a strong and active female contingent. Indeed, the situation for women journalists in Nigeria has changed a lot since the organization's inception. Currently, gender issues lies at the heart of our effort to protect and improve the chances of Nigerian women in politics, governance, education, health, social and economic well-being, and concern about protecting the welfare and interests of women and children, including the disadvantaged in our society. We have lots of programs under NAWOJ which we do execute annually. Like we prepare for our International Women's Day, which will be held in the month of March. Because basically, according to the World Health Organization, the International Women's Day is held every 8th of March, and women are being celebrated across the globe. And also NAWOJ Edo State will be organizing the International Women's Day. We also observe the World Menstrual Hygiene Day, where we visit government-owned secondary schools here in Edo State, and the association donates sanitary towels to the girl child and also encourage them to always maintain proper hygiene during their menstrual period, and also educate them on sex education, why it is important for them to avoid sex at that very tender age. And we also admonish them to focus on their education, because when you educate a girl child, she's going to contribute meaningfully to the society when she becomes a woman. And that's why we always live with this slogan that says, no woman,
no nation.
No woman,
No nation.
Women are great.
No controversy.
And then every June 16th, we also celebrate the Day of the Girl Child, where we also go to schools and to educate the girl child and make them feel important and why they should focus on the education and, of course, so the career parts they actually intend to go into. Therefore, those who actually learn skills also encourage them that she does get empowered, because when women are empowered, the society is empowered and we'll have lesser cases of domestic violence in our states. So these are, and every 25th to 10th of the year, we also participate actively in the 16 days of activism. This is where we actually do a lot of rallies, seminars and programs to nip in aboard gender-based violence issues. Sometime last year, we took a walk from the NAWJ Press Secretariat down to the Ministry of Social Development and Women Affairs to make a statement and say no to GBV in Edo State. So we had a collaboration with other NGOs and other professional bodies in Edo State, and it was successful and it was very, very colorful. So these are some of the things that NAWOJ, an association, does here in Edo State by empowering our girl child and also supporting our women. But the major challenge we have as an association is funding, because right here in Edo State, Edo State NAWOJ does not have elements of IGR. So when we actually have our plans or our blueprint for the year like this, we have lots of challenges in making these events a reality. That sometimes we even have to contribute amongst ourselves to make some of these events a reality. That's more like our means of contributing to society and, of course, to make Edo State a better place for every one of us. So, Your Excellency, sir, these are some of the activities we have lined up for the year 2025. So we are appealing to you as our father, as our leader, and of course as the Deputy Governor of Edo State, to please give us the necessary support we need as an association so we can excel and be outstanding and of course be one of the best women associations in Edo State.
The Deputy Governor for his speech praised them, saying not be only say them support Okpebholo-led administration, but say them they do well for the way them they take past the right informate to the public. He can talk say the government appreciate all the work them they do, and say them go always put Edo State first, and say in go try look into some of the things they talk about.
These are veterans in the areas of journalism, and I want to commend you for not only supporting the Okpebholo-led administration, but for your accurate dissemination of information to the public. I want you to know that as a government, we appreciate what you are doing, we appreciate all your sacrifices. We have made it clear that we are going to put the Edo people first. And some of the requests, and that's why we are here, to provide solution to some of these problems. So on behalf of the state government, we will definitely revert back to you in no distant time. And I want to assure you that the governor that we have is people's governor. It's going to make Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Make una no forget say, as we see them, not so we they talk them. We know the take blame. From Government House, Benin City, Ekata Ojesele, TMC TV News.